Yo, 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 what's really going on, y'all? You will not believe the news that just dropped in the streets and online. And trust me, the hip-hop world is shook. Pooh Shiesty, yeah, the big shot from Memphis, just reacted to some of the juiciest, most heartbreaking drama we've seen in a minute. His top op, the guy who's been running his mouth, throwing shade and fueling beefs behind the scenes for years, just got slapped with a 20-year sentence right after finally coming home. And you already know this isn't just some quiet court case. No, this is the kind of news that splits families, ignites social media, and has fans straight up losing it. Emotions ran high as the news broke, with friends and family of both sides going off on live streams, interviews, and social media posts. People are asking, how did we get here? Fans are shocked, community members are divided, and everyone's eyes are on Pooh Shiesty because he didn't stay silent. In fact, sources say he's been weighing in with some words that have the streets buzzing and haters sweating. Some say he was calm, some say he was fuming, and others claim he even confronted mutual friends who were trying to play peacemaker. And get this, rumors are swirling that this isn't just about prison or beef. There are whispered claims of betrayal, old debts being called out, and even family members caught in the crossfire. Pooh's reaction? Let's just say it was not what anyone expected. He dropped a statement that has already gone viral, and now everyone's trying to decode the meaning behind his words. Did he threaten retaliation? Did he finally forgive? Or is this the start of a whole new chapter of chaos in the rap streets? Stay with me, because what I'm about to tell you next, it will blow your mind, tear at the heartstrings, and keep you on the edge of your seat. Trust me, you do not want to blink. The streets have been buzzing non-stop since the news broke about Pooh Shiesty's top op getting 20 years after finally coming home. And let me tell you, the reactions have been nothing short of chaotic. People who have been following this beef for years are saying that this moment feels like the climax of a movie, and honestly, it kinda is. According to sources close to the situation, the op had been trying to lay low after getting out, but the past has a way of catching up with you, especially when you've got someone like Pooh Shiesty watching every move. Fans online were quick to react, flooding social media with memes, videos, and theories, all trying to decode what this means for the streets, the music, and the people involved. Some fans are convinced that this marks a new era for Pooh, while others believe it's only the beginning of a deeper, more dangerous feud. The drama didn't just stay online. Sources say that immediately after hearing the news, Pooh Shiesty called a private meeting with a few of his closest allies. Emotions ran high during that meeting. One insider described Pooh pacing back and forth, visibly frustrated, but trying to control his anger. He was saying things like, "I'm not playing no more, this ends now," the source said. Apparently, the conversation was intense, with friends and associates trying to mediate between Pooh's need for a reaction and the potential consequences of acting too quickly. Some of the friends were worried about retaliation, while others thought this was an opportunity to send a strong message. But it wasn't just the friends who were reacting. Family members on both sides of the situation were involved in heated discussions. According to reports, the Ops family was devastated by the 20-year sentence. Some were crying, others were shouting, and a few even blamed Pooh Shiesty personally for what happened. The Ops' younger cousins reportedly tried to reach out to Pooh, asking for mercy, or at least understanding. But sources say Pooh didn't give a direct answer. One family member said, "Pooh just looked at them and said, 'This is bigger than all of us, don't get involved.'" Fans who saw snippets of these confrontations online went wild, commenting on how cold and calculated Pooh seemed, while also questioning whether this might lead to a public showdown or even music disses that could escalate the feud. While the family drama unfolded, Pooh Shiesty also addressed his fans through a brief, cryptic social media post. He didn't name names, but the post read something like, "The streets know who's real. Some things you can't escape, and some lessons gotta be learned the hard way." Fans immediately interpreted this as a direct reference to his top op, and the post went viral within minutes. Thousands of comments poured in, ranging from support for Pooh to calls for calm. Some fans praised him for handling it with composure, while others feared that the post could spark more chaos. Analysts in the hip-hop world were quick to weigh in, suggesting that this could lead to a new series of rap tracks, diss songs, or even surprise collaborations that capitalize on the tension. Rumors started circulating about what actually led to the Ops' 20-year sentence. According to one heavily cited source, it wasn't just the previous charges that caught up to him. Insiders claim that there were allegations of betrayal within his own circle. Friends who turned against him, witnesses coming forward, and old grudges resurfacing at the worst possible time. One insider said he thought he had everyone fooled, that he could come back and live like nothing happened, but the past doesn't forget, and the streets never forgive. The narrative quickly became one of karma and retribution, which only fueled the public's fascination with the story. Fans were debating endlessly. Was this justice, revenge, or just an inevitable consequence of street life? Then came the drama that nobody expected. Some of the op's former associates allegedly tried to confront Pooh Shiesty in a public place. Sources claim that emotions ran sky high, and security had to step in to prevent an all-out fight. Eyewitnesses said that words were exchanged, fingers were pointed, and at one point, it looked like punches were about to fly. According to a source close to Pooh, he stayed calm, telling his team, "Don't do it. Let them hang themselves." This statement added fuel to the fire online, with fans praising Pooh for his strategic thinking, calling him cold but smart. Others worried this calmness might be a sign of tension boiling under the surface, ready to explode at any moment. Another twist came when a close friend of the op allegedly leaked private text messages. The texts reportedly showed the op admitting to certain mistakes, expressing regret, and even hinting that he feared for his life if Pooh Shiesty found out. Once these messages hit social media, reactions were instantaneous. Fans were shocked. Some sympathized with the op, and others used it to attack him even further, saying he deserved everything that came his way. The leak only deepened the divide among supporters, creating a mix of outrage, loyalty, and speculation that made the entire situation feel like a real-life reality show episode. Amid all this chaos, Pooh Shiesty himself was reportedly dealing with personal stakes. Sources say he had to navigate not only the public pressure, but also tension within his own circle. Some associates were pushing for immediate action, wanting to make a statement on the streets, while others urged patience, suggesting that letting the law and public opinion play out could work in his favor. Insiders described late-night phone calls, heated arguments, and even some moments where Pooh reportedly questioned who he could really trust. Fans following every move online noticed sudden posts, cryptic lyrics, and even hints in interviews that seemed to reference betrayal and loyalty. These little clues kept the audience glued, trying to piece together the unfolding drama to make the story even more tangled. There were reports that some family members of Pooh Shiesty were caught in the crossfire. According to sources, a heated argument broke out between Pooh's cousins and the op's extended family during a public gathering. Voices were raised, emotions were raw, and one witness said it looked like a war zone for a second. Some tried to mediate, but the family was left divided, and the incident quickly made headlines online. Clips circulated showing the tension, with captions like "Family Feud of the Year" and "When the Streets and Family Collide." Fans were obsessed, dissecting every word, facial expression, and gesture, adding more fuel to the social media firestorm. Even the music community got involved. Artists close to Pooh, and even some who were neutral, started commenting subtly in interviews and on social media, dropping hints that the situation would inspire new music, collaborations, or even diss tracks. One rapper said on a live stream, "You know when something this wild happens, it changes everything. You're gonna hear it in the songs, you're gonna feel it in the verses, it's all connected." The anticipation of the next moves kept fans constantly checking updates, with some speculating that Pooh Shiesty might drop a surprise track directly referencing the situation, while others believed he would stay silent to let the drama play out. And just when people thought they had a grip on the story, a new rumor emerged. Allegedly, the op's legal team was considering an appeal, claiming that certain evidence was mishandled. This news sparked a wave of debate online, with fans divided over whether the 20-year sentence would hold or if the op might get a reduced term. Some argued that even if the appeal went through, the social and street consequences wouldn't change, pointing out that Pooh Shiesty's influence and the narrative of betrayal were already set in motion. Others speculated that the appeal itself could reignite conflict, with new confrontations or heated exchanges waiting around the corner. As part one of this saga closes, the tension is at a boiling point. Pooh Shiesty is watching, calculating and weighing his options. The op is behind bars, but the aftermath of his return and sudden sentencing has left the streets, fans and families shaken. Whispers of betrayal, loyalty, revenge and regret echo through the social media feeds, text messages, and street corners alike. Everyone is waiting to see what happens next, and trust me, the story is far from over. The stage is set for even bigger confrontations, unexpected alliances, and drama that could shake the hip-hop world to its core. As the days passed after the shocking news, the streets remained on high alert. Pooh Shiesty was making quiet moves behind the scenes, and insiders say the tension in his camp was thicker than ever. Reportedly, late-night meetings were happening in private locations, with only the closest allies allowed to participate. According to one source, Pooh was seen scribbling notes, making calls, and pacing the room like a man planning his next move. He was calm, but there was fire behind his eyes, the insider said. You could feel it, like he was calculating everything before saying or doing anything. Fans online began speculating that he might drop a track soon, something that would speak volumes without even mentioning names. And the anticipation sent social media into a frenzy. Hashtags started trending, theories multiplied, and even rappers not directly involved began commenting subtly, hinting that a major moment in Memphis rap was unfolding. But just when people thought the situation was stabilizing, a bombshell dropped. One of the Op's former close friends, who had stayed silent during the initial chaos, allegedly leaked a series of voice notes and private conversations with Pooh Shiesty. The messages were explosive, showing that the Op had indeed tried to manipulate situations to his favor and had betrayed several people close to him. The leak made fans go wild. Comments flooded in, with many praising Pooh for staying calm and letting the Op dig his own hole. Others, however, questioned whether this would escalate into something even more dangerous. One fan wrote, "This is bigger than music. This is street politics at its rawest." Things got even messier when an unexpected family twist surfaced. Apparently, the Op had a cousin who was secretly feeding information to Pooh Shiesty's camp. According to sources, this cousin had been caught on camera texting updates about the Op's movements, phone calls, and even his conversations with lawyers. Emotions ran high when this revelation became public. Some members of the Op's family were furious, accusing the cousin of betrayal, while others were silent, too stunned to react. Fans online had mixed reactions, some calling it genius street strategy, others calling it heartless. Insiders say Pooh Shiesty never confirmed if he received the information directly, but the timing of his moves suggested he knew more than he let on. While the family drama intensified, Pooh Shiesty also started making subtle public appearances that left fans guessing. He was spotted at events, in interviews, and even in casual street videos. But every action seemed calculated. Sources say he deliberately avoided confrontation but made sure his presence was felt. One insider described a moment where Pooh walked past a group of people discussing the Op, nodded once, and walked away without saying a word. Apparently, the silence spoke louder than words, and witnesses said the energy shifted instantly. Social media blew up, with fans replaying clips, analyzing body language, and speculating about hidden messages. Some called it the art of intimidation, while others argued it was classic Pooh Shiesty, blending street savvy with public perception. Just when it seemed like things couldn't get any more tangled, rumors started that some of the Op's former associates were plotting retaliation. According to sources, these associates were angry about the 20-year sentence and wanted to restore their reputation on the streets. Insiders said that Pooh Shiesty got wind of these plans almost immediately. Reportedly, he made a call to a trusted contact, warning them to handle the situation quietly. He doesn't want chaos, he wants respect, one source said. But fans online debated endlessly. Would Pooh intervene publicly or let events play out naturally? The uncertainty only fueled speculation and increased the story's viral reach. In the midst of all this, Pooh Shiesty's team had to manage another layer of drama. The media. Outlets were chasing interviews, rumors, and exclusive statements, and apparently some reporters got too close for comfort. Sources claim that one journalist approached Pooh during an event and asked pointed questions about the Op, the sentence, and potential street retaliation. Witnesses said Pooh stayed calm, gave a vague smile, and walked away. The journalist later tweeted about the encounter, fueling more speculation. Fans exploded with theories. Was Pooh teasing a new track? Was he hinting at a public response? Or was he simply letting the situation simmer? Every subtle action added more layers to the story. Then came another unexpected twist. An anonymous social media account, claiming to be a friend of the op, began posting cryptic messages. The posts hinted that the op might have hidden assets, secrets from the past, and even skeletons in the closet that could affect Pooh Shiesty indirectly. Fans immediately took notice, dissecting every post, and some speculated that this could be the start of a bigger revelation. Insiders hinted that Pooh Shiesty was monitoring the situation closely, but was deliberately silent to see how the narrative would unfold. This cat-and-mouse game kept fans glued to their phones, creating endless discussion threads and viral clips. As the tension simmered, music started to intersect with the drama. Several artists who were friends with Pooh began dropping subtle bars in songs that seemed to reference loyalty, betrayal, and revenge. Analysts in the hip-hop community suggested that these tracks weren't just music, they were messages, signaling alliances, intentions, and warnings. One rapper, known for being close to Pooh, said in an interview, "You know when things hit the streets like this, every verse counts. Some of these lines aren't just art, they're strategy." Fans dissected lyrics, speculated on hidden meanings, and even compared tracks to real-life events involving Pooh and the op. The drama had officially crossed from streets to music to mainstream media, creating a whirlwind of speculation. Meanwhile, Pooh Shiesty reportedly had to deal with unexpected legal scrutiny. Some sources claim that law enforcement began paying attention to the recent flare-ups, public appearances, and leaked messages. Insiders say Pooh's camp handled it carefully, making sure every move was calculated, every appearance controlled. One source described late-night meetings with lawyers and security, planning contingencies in case things escalated further. The combination of street drama, family tension, and legal awareness added another layer of suspense, and fans online noticed every hint, interpreting body language, captions, and posts as potential clues. As the second part of the saga closes, the situation is more complicated than ever. Pooh Shiesty remains calm but vigilant. The op is serving his sentence while rumors of hidden secrets swirl, and both families are divided and emotionally charged. Fans are glued to social media, waiting for the next move, while the streets hold their breath, knowing that one wrong word or action could spark even bigger drama. Analysts predict that this story isn't just about revenge or justice, it's about strategy, perception, and legacy. Every day brings new twists, and the narrative continues to grow in ways that nobody expected. Part 2 ends with tension mounting, unseen alliances forming, and the audience fully invested in what Pooh Shiesty's next move will be. The stage is set for betrayals, confrontations, and dramatic revelations that promise to keep the streets and fans on edge. As the story continued to unfold, the streets were electric with anticipation. Insiders claim that Pooh Shiesty's circle was now operating like a chessboard, every move calculated, every conversation weighed. Reportedly, he began reaching out to mutual friends, intermediaries, and even former associates of his op to gauge loyalty and gather intelligence. According to sources, emotions ran high during these meetings. One insider said, "There were moments where people were shouting, some crying, and Pooh was just there, listening, nodding, taking it all in. He didn't say much, but the room felt like it was about to explode." Fans online watched every snippet of video that surfaced, analyzing his body language, his tone, and even the silence in between. Just when everyone thought things had settled into tense waiting, another twist emerged. Reportedly, the op's younger brother attempted to approach Pooh Shiesty at a local studio, demanding answers and maybe even revenge. Sources claim that the confrontation started with words, then escalated into an almost physical scuffle before security and friends stepped in. Witnesses said Pooh Shiesty remained calm, but one could feel the intensity in his eyes. One friend who was present reportedly said, "I've never seen him this serious. He didn't touch him, didn't yell, but you could feel the warning. Everyone knew not to cross him." The incident instantly went viral online, with clips being replayed hundreds of thousands of times, and fans speculating endlessly. Would Pooh retaliate publicly, drop a diss track, or simply let it slide? The drama didn't stop there. Insiders claim that one of Pooh Shiesty's cousins leaked a private conversation between him and a former associate of the op. The messages allegedly revealed that the op had been planning to manipulate certain situations to his advantage before his sentencing. Fans were shocked, and emotions ran high as social media erupted with comments calling the op a snake and praising Pooh for his calm, strategic approach. Sources close to the situation say that Pooh Shiesty didn't respond directly, but his team quietly began monitoring every move of the ops network. The combination of betrayal, strategy, and silent power play had fans glued to every update. Amidst this chaos, family tensions reached new heights. Reportedly, some of the ops' relatives began openly blaming each other for his downfall. One family member allegedly accused another of leaking critical information to Pooh's camp, while others defended their actions as trying to protect themselves. The fights were described as emotionally charged, with shouting matches, slammed doors, and even tearful confessions. Fans watching clips online couldn't believe the intensity, with many commenting on how the family feud mirrored classic reality TV drama. Insiders said that the op himself, even from prison, was devastated by the reports of family betrayal. Things escalated further when Pooh Shiesty was spotted leaving a private recording session. Sources say he met with a rapper from another city who is rumored to have connections with the op's former crew. The conversation reportedly lasted hours, and although no official statement came out, insiders claim it was about alliances, loyalty, and potential consequences for anyone trying to escalate the conflict. Fans immediately started speculating. Was this a peace talk, a warning, or a setup for a bigger public confrontation? The suspense only fueled social media frenzy, with hashtags like Notch Pooh Moves and Notch Street Drama trending within hours. Meanwhile, rumors of hidden messages in Pooh Shiesty's music began to spread. Fans were dissecting lyrics, captions, and even beats for subtle references to the op and his associates. One line in a recently teased track reportedly said, "Loyalty is tested. The streets remember." Fans interpreted it as a direct message, and analysts suggested that every verse was now a piece of a larger puzzle. Insiders hint that this was deliberate, a way to communicate without saying too much publicly. The drama had officially seeped into art, with music and reality colliding in real time. Just when the story seemed like it couldn't get any more twisted, a shocking social media revelation came out. Allegedly, a friend of the op posted screenshots of private calls showing attempts to negotiate favors and even hint at deals to get him out earlier. Fans went ballistic, debating whether this would help the op, damage him further, or even pull Pooh Shiesty into a new wave of conflict. Insiders claim Pooh remained silent publicly, but monitored the posts closely, allowing the narrative to unfold without direct interference. The suspense created by these leaks kept fans glued to their phones and screens, sharing theories, memes, and heated debates. The family drama intertwined with the street politics. Reports emerged that a cousin of Pooh Shiesty confronted a member of the op's family in a local restaurant. Sources described the scene as chaotic, with shouting, chairs moving, and drinks spilled. One insider said, "It was intense. Everyone was on edge, but Pooh wasn't even there." His cousin was representing him without having to say his name. Fans online erupted, analyzing every second of the leaked video, speculating on hidden threats, and wondering if this was just the start of open confrontations between families. Emotions ran high, and the lines between personal vendetta and street justice blurred completely. Music became the battlefield as well. Several rappers who were loosely connected to both sides began dropping cryptic lines in songs, each interpreted by fans as commentary on the feud. Analysts suggested that Pooh Shiesty was using music strategically, allowing messages to reach the streets and fans without creating legal or physical exposure. One insider described a scenario where a single lyric could send entire crews into a frenzy, testing loyalty and patience simultaneously. Social media discussions exploded, with debates about hidden meanings, allegiances, and who might strike next. Fans were practically living in the drama, tracking every release, post, and hint. As Part 3 unfolds, insiders say tensions are reaching a tipping point. Pooh Shiesty reportedly remains vigilant, balancing patience with subtle intimidation. The op, still behind bars, is rumored to be planning quietly, while his allies outside are attempting to maneuver in ways that could provoke confrontation. Families are fractured, friends are choosing sides, and fans are obsessed, watching every detail play out like episodes of a high-stakes reality show. The story is no longer just about revenge or music. It's about power, respect, loyalty, and strategy in a world where one misstep can change everything. Part 3 closes with the drama thicker than ever. Unseen alliances are forming, public and private confrontations are brewing, and Pooh Shiesty's calculated silence has fans and opponents alike on edge. The stage is fully set for explosive moments, shocking betrayals, and dramatic revelations that promise to define the next chapter of this saga. Fans are left asking, what will happen next? Will music settle the score? Or are streets and families destined for a bigger showdown? The suspense is unbearable, and everyone knows the climax is coming. As the saga reached its peak, the streets were buzzing like never before. Insiders say Pooh Shiesty had gone quiet publicly, but behind the scenes, everything was in motion. Sources claim he was meeting with longtime allies, recording new music with hidden messages, and keeping tabs on the ops associates with almost surgical precision. One source described it as a chess game where everyone thinks they are moving first, but Pooh is 10 steps ahead. Fans online were obsessing over every hint, every studio clip, every snippet of lyrics, every social media caption, and theories multiplied faster than ever. Emotions ran high as people debated if he would finally make his next move publicly or continue the silent strategy. Then came the first explosive twist of the final part. A leaked conversation surfaced online, allegedly between Pooh Shiesty and one of the ops' former crew members. The voice messages were intense, with threats, warnings, and hints of past betrayals. In one clip, a voice said, "You thought we forgot? Nah, we just waiting. Play your move." Fans were stunned. Some praised Pooh for staying calm and strategic, while others worried it could escalate into something dangerous. Social media erupted with speculation, debates, and viral memes. Insiders said the leak was intentional, designed to send a message not just to the ops network but to the streets at large. Pooh Shiesty was still in control. Amid all this, family drama hit a breaking point. Reportedly, one of the ops' cousins publicly confronted another family member on social media, accusing them of selling out for personal gain. Fans were shocked, watching the feud spill over into comments, reposts, and live reactions. The accusations were intense, with phrases like, "You destroyed trust," and "You don't belong here," trending in fan circles. Insiders claim Pooh Shiesty watched quietly from afar, letting the family feud fuel the tension while keeping his own hands clean. The drama blurred lines between street rivalry, personal vendetta, and viral content, creating a perfect storm that kept fans glued to every update. In the middle of the chaos, rumors of retaliation plots began circulating. Sources say that certain associates of the op, angered by the 20-year sentence and leaks of betrayal, were plotting moves that could potentially put Pooh Shiesty in a tight spot. However, insiders claim Pooh's team had anticipated these maneuvers, preparing contingencies and redirecting attention with subtle, public appearances and cryptic posts. Fans immediately analyzed every clip, every photo, and every comment, trying to decode hidden strategies. The suspense was almost unbearable, with every day bringing new twists and the threat of confrontation looming like a storm cloud. Just when people thought the tension had peaked, a shocking twist emerged. A mutual friend of Pooh and the op attempted to broker peace, sending messages to both camps to de-escalate tensions. Sources say the conversation was heated, with both sides exchanging grievances, accusations, and ultimatums. One insider said, "It was like watching two storms collide. Tempers flared, voices rose, and for a moment, it seemed like the whole thing could blow up in real life. Fans online watched leaks of the chat circulate, speculating on whether peace could truly be reached, or if it was just a temporary pause before the next explosion of drama. Music remained the battlefield. Pooh Shiesty reportedly began recording a new track, one insiders describe as the ultimate message to the op and anyone who doubted him. Sources say lyrics referenced loyalty, betrayal, and the consequences of crossing the wrong people. Analysts suggested that the track would not only dominate the charts, but also serve as a real-life narrative tool, controlling perception, reinforcing alliances, and sending warnings simultaneously. Fans dissected every beat and bar, searching for hidden meanings, connections, and threats, creating endless discussion threads that kept the story trending for weeks. Then came a dramatic public sighting. Pooh Shiesty was seen at a local event, casually walking past crowds while keeping his entourage tight. Sources say he was approached by a group connected to the op, leading to a tense but non-violent confrontation. According to insiders, words were exchanged, emotions ran high, and cameras captured every second. Fans replayed clips endlessly, speculating on what was said, whether alliances were tested, and if this would trigger a bigger conflict. The public interaction cemented Pooh's image as calm yet dominant, able to control chaos without escalating it physically. As Part 4 progressed, another shocking layer was revealed. Insiders claimed the op had hidden information, documents, messages, and secrets that could potentially impact not just Pooh Shiesty, but others connected in the rap and street scene. Allegedly, Pooh's team intercepted this intel quietly, assessing its relevance and planning how to use it strategically. Fans online exploded with theories. Would Pooh drop it as evidence in a track, leak it for social media attention, or use it quietly to maintain his dominance? The uncertainty fueled more drama, speculation, and anticipation than ever before. Family ties continued to complicate the narrative. Reports emerged that one of Pooh Shiesty's relatives confronted a member of the op's extended family in a private location, resulting in an emotional showdown. Sources describe raised voices, tears, and intense exchanges, all fueled by years of unresolved conflict and recent public drama. Insiders say Pooh Shiesty monitored the situation from a distance, letting the emotional intensity play out without intervening. Fans online watched snippets and clips, debating motives, loyalties, and what this meant for the broader conflict. The mix of street politics, family betrayal, and media frenzy created a story that was impossible to ignore. The climax of Part 4 saw multiple storylines collide: leaked messages, public sightings, family confrontations, music releases, and rumored retaliation plots converged, creating a perfect storm of tension. Sources say Pooh Shiesty remained calm, strategic, and in control, while the op and his network were scrambling to respond to new developments. Fans online were riveted, refreshing feeds constantly, sharing theories and debating what could happen next. Analysts described the moment as a real-life thriller, combining music, street politics, and family drama in a way that keeps everyone guessing. As the final scenes of Part 4 unfold, the streets, fans, and media are all waiting for the next move. Pooh Shiesty has proven patience, intelligence, and dominance, using silence, strategy, and subtle public appearances to maintain control. The op remains behind bars, with rumors of secrets, plots, and family betrayals swirling. Social media continues to dissect every hint, every lyric, every movement, creating a narrative that is as engaging as it is unpredictable. Insiders say that while the drama is reaching its height, the ultimate resolution is still uncertain, leaving fans on the edge of their seats. Part 4 closes with suspense thicker than ever. Alliances, betrayals, music, and street politics intertwine, leaving the audience hungry for what comes next. Pooh Shiesty's calm yet dominant strategy has kept him ahead. But with emotions running high, hidden secrets surfacing, and families divided, the next move could redefine the story entirely. Fans are left speculating, theories abound, and the stage is perfectly set for the ultimate conclusion and fallout. And just like that, the saga of Pooh Shiesty and his top op leaves us all speechless. From tense confrontations to family betrayals, from leaked messages to cryptic music hints, this story has had everything fans live for. Drama, suspense, and twists no one saw coming. Emotions ran high, loyalties were tested, and the streets and social media alike were set ablaze. Insiders say the calm yet calculated Pooh Shiesty is still in control, while his op behind bars continues to navigate a web of betrayal, secrets, and looming threats. The family feud, the alliances, the back and forth of strategy and street politics, all of it has left fans glued to their screens, speculating on what will happen next. So what's really going to happen? Will Pooh Shiesty finally make a public move that shakes the game forever? Or will the Ops network attempt a comeback that no one expects? The tension is at an all-time high, and the story is far from over. Fans are debating, theories are flying, and every single detail, from music drops to leaked chats, matters more than ever. One thing is certain: nobody wants to blink, because missing a moment could mean missing the next huge development. If you've been keeping up with every detail, now's the time to get involved. Smash that like button if you're as shocked as we are, hit subscribe so you don't miss a single update, and drop your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think Pooh Shiesty will stay silent, or is he planning the ultimate move? Let us know who you think comes out on top. and what you want to see next in this wild, unfiltered rap drama saga. Trust us, this isn't over, and every fan opinion counts. The streets are watching, the families are watching, and so are we, all waiting for the next explosive chapter in this unforgettable story.